This is not the figure complex, amazing Yamaguchi, Iron Man, bleeding edge armor. What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Arafiles, and today we'll be looking at, you know what it is, say it with me, a bootleg, a clone, a China clone, something that you get on eBay or AliExpress, and you're like, oh wow, that's $20, that is $80 cheaper than the retail version, I'm gonna get it, and then you get something that comes from China like this. That's right, this is a fake, this is a clone. Now, I get this question a lot. I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now. How do you know it's a clone? Well, you probably went to AliExpress and you bought this for 20 bucks. That's how you know it's a clone. You paid way below retail. Or you went on eBay and you bought it for really cheap, and it comes from China. The number one thing that I notice when it comes to clones is that it comes from China. That's pretty much it. If it comes from Japan or from the United States, then it'll be a little bit trickier to find out if it's a fake or a clone. But enough of me talking. Let's get this guy open. Let's see how it is. This might actually be worth the money. Now, the last two Rebel Techs that I opened on this channel was the Gambit and the Psylocke, and those were garbage. Really bad looking action figures, not even worth the $20. I don't recommend those figures at all unless you're using the accessories for another action figure, which is really what you want to use a lot of the clones for. When you look at this figure, look at all these accessories. Wow, this looks really cool. Let's see how this figure actually is. I know a lot of people have been asking for this one. And let's just look real close. Let's turn on the light here. And let's see if there's any paint defects. And then we're going to move into articulation and scale and accessories. So let's look close right here. Whoa, a little too close. And it looks like we do have a lot of caked on paint. I'm not sure if the real one has this issue. But if it does, let me know down in the comments down below. So far, it doesn't look half bad. But as I am playing with this figure, I'm going to tell you immediately what's wrong with it. This thing is solid as a rock. These legs are not articulating at all. I have to really move them. Wow, that is a really, really hard articulation points. This thing is practically like a new figure, and like a new real figure, actually, to my surprise. And the leg falls off. And yeah, super tight. And this leg is not super tight. But yeah, it's not actually a bad looking figure. Things are falling off left and right. I'm assuming the real one is like this. I don't have the real one, so I can't tell you. It looks like this guy is going to be for posing only. When it comes to paint and detail, I honestly can't find anything super wrong. Besides, there's some mishaps here and there. Let me take my pick out and I'll show you. It's stuff like this. There's like scuffs all over it. Like where the sprues were and stuff like that. It looks like that they just never bothered to clean that up, which is something you can kind of expect from a clone or a fake. But so far, I have to say, because it has tight joints and it's not a loose mess and it actually looks pretty decent, I'd have to say, this does not look bad. If you're looking for an alternative to, instead of spending like, how much is the real? I think like $100. Yeah, this figure shouldn't be a bad replacement for that. It's just that you're going to have to work around the tight joints and stuff like this falling off. And I'm not saying yours will come like this. All China clones are different, but this is how mine came. And I would have to say this one is probably for posing only for me, or we can give this away in a giveaway. All right, let's move on to articulation and scale. Don't want to stay too long in paint and detail. Let's see how tall he is, and of course we have other action figures that we're going to compare him to. This guy is standing at about 6.5 inches, maybe 6.25. Yeah, just about. And of course we have an SH Figure Arts Iron Man. Mark 50, that looks pretty good. And of course, we have Marvel Legends, which this figure seems to be more in tune with in terms of scale. As you can see, these three actually look pretty good, all three of them together. And last but not least, we have a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku from SH Figure Arts, and these two look actually pretty decent together, which you can still get these at dstartoys.com. Link in the description. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go over articulation. We have an up and down here at the toe, which is always super tight. I notice when it comes to clones, they just do not care about this articulation. It's usually really tight. That's not going anywhere. We have an up and down there. At the ankle, we do have a double jointed knee. If it's double jointed, it's not double joining. Yeah, it looks like there is a joint in there, but that's not moving. So we have a single joint there. We have 2 joints here at the midsection. Can you do ab crunches? Sort of. It's just really tight there. And this just keeps coming off. We're just going to leave that off for now. We do get a joint right here. Get a joint right here in the shoulder. Do we have bicep swivel? Yes, we do. We have a single joint here at the elbow. We have one here at the wrist. And it looks like we get actually 1, 2 at the neck, looking to be well above 20 points of articulation. This guy is super articulated, so let's see if we can get some poses in. This knee just keeps coming off. I don't know why. It looks like we might have to do a figure fix on this guy, and we can have him running or flying or something like this. Maybe we can have him kicking. Man, this thing is just almost too tight. You really have to loosen this guy up. I'm afraid to break him, so we have a kick like that. Maybe we can have him punch, something like that. Yeah, if you're looking for a Revel, if you're used to the Revoltechs, I should say, you should pretty much know what to expect from a Revoltech. If you're looking, if you never collected Revoltech, this can be a problem for a lot of people. The articulation points are indeed different. They're at angles and stuff, so that's something to get used to. So let's go over his huge amount of accessories. I don't think I'm going to go over all of these. I think we should just go over the more important ones, and then we'll put them at the end of the video, I guess. Like the hands, we're not going to go over the hands and stuff like that. We should go over all the opening armor pieces, the hand pieces and whatnot. Not hand pieces, like hand effect pieces, like this blade thingy. That's pretty cool. So we'll go over that. Everything's taped in, like most China clones are. They always tape them in because they don't want them falling around everywhere. Yeah, let's just get everything open, and let's get as much armor on him as possible. Everyone, please stand by as I get this all done. Okay, so here he is, fully outfitted. This thing took me, well, not fully outfitted. He is missing a lot of parts, but I just got to tell you, there are some issues that I'm having with this figure. Maybe it's because of clone, maybe it's because it's the way it's designed. So let's talk about these rocket thingies, or the rocket effect pieces. These are supposed to fit into here, and then you're supposed to take one of these pegs, right, or joints, and you're supposed to plug them in here. Now the issue that I have is that because this is an imperfect piece, this really has to be machined well or tooled well for the rocket pieces to fit. And as you can see, I'm trying to push this in, and it's just not a very good fit at all. Let me see if I can focus that real quick. As you can see, this is loose and floppy. This is not going to cut it for an effect piece. Now, some of them actually do fit, but the main issue I have here is, since this is supposed to fit right here, I believe, because this is all I got as a manual, this is not working. I'm going to show you. Sorry for the mess ups in the focus, but as you can see here, this is not fitting at all. This joint is not going to go in at all. I've tried everything. Maybe I have to heat it up to get it to work. So just like all clones, and I always say this whenever you're considering a clone, you're gonna have to work with it. Now when it comes to everything else that I put on him, like his hand blaster right here, and the beam sword right here, or the repulsor sword right there, that actually worked really well. Those fit really, really well, and you can put them on the other hands. But when it comes to the rocket effect pieces, this one will require some hot water or maybe even a hairdryer to heat it up so you can get them to fit perfectly. They have to fit perfectly or you're going to get that floppity mess that I had. Because I had an issue, I believe one of my rocket pieces actually broke, as you can see as I was trying to fit. And yeah, there it goes. That has to be fixed with super glue. So yeah, I have some issues with this. It is just needs some work, needs some tender loving care, TLC, and you might get this figure to work to your liking, just like the original, if the original is just as good, or not just as good, or is perfect, and everything is machined and tooled well. So let's come in with a conclusion of this figure. Do I like it? Yeah, I'd have to say it's not a bad figure for the 20 bucks that I got him for. I mean, he's way cheaper than the original. You have to put in some work to get it to work perfectly, and you will have a really good figure. I have to say, this is really refreshing to finally get a clone that is actually decent and worth the money, I'd have to say. So yeah, I'd have to say, yeah, it's pretty good. I can't say anything else besides that. It's definitely worth the $20. There, I said it. It's been a while since I said that about a clone. put in the work, and you'll get a good action figure. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.